Hi, good morning. So I just realized I did my entire meditation for beginners today without my headphones. So I'm not sure how the sound quality is going to be because I noticed that when I don't have my headphones, the sound quality is really poor. So we're going to go ahead and go over today's announcements. It's Monday. Whoa! So I'm going to make this announcement and then I'm going to go jump into the ethereal realm and spend my day grounding myself in the energy pool. Um, I called the healing garden because it very much is a long-term planting seeds and then watching them grow. And I started sowing a lot back about a year ago. And it started with meditation for beginners, which has been going about 8 months now, and it's expanding. And it was all like, I think I laid, well, let me think about this 3, 6, 9. I laid 12 different seeds, 12 different seeds. And my triadic healing isn't just triadic healing. There's triadic healing here, there's triadic healing here, and there's triadic healing here. So there's three pieces within my three pieces, three individual pieces within my three pieces. And it's it's been an entire year of just putting this thing together. I saw the end result and I went, okay, I got to organize this thing. And I composed the healing garden and I started to cultivate and put it all together and build it. And it was an accumulation of all of my work over the past 30 years. And today literally marks the day that I'm bringing it all together finally. And I'm going, boom, here it is. So if you are new to the healing garden, welcome. If you've been here, this is going to be like a surprise. This is what I've been doing. But it's not really, I don't know. I'm loving this. So I ended my healing journey. Healing journeys do have an end. That is a societal gaslight that we are taught and conditioned so we think that there's no end in sight. It is meant to discourage us so we never even bother to begin. This is a bullshit lie because most people don't make it through to the end. Very few people do. And people who do make it to the end of their healing can say to you, oh, there's definitely an end. So that's the first thing that really needs to be completely thrown out is that there is an end to healing. After you heal, it's just minor maintenance, but there is an end to healing. When I arrived to the end of my healing journey, I realized exactly what the next steps were. And for me, that is taking what I've built and teaching it to other people. And it's showing people that there is a different way to live, that the rat race we've been conditioned to survive in isn't the only option. Because people who heal, one of the realizations you reach when you're fully healed is that you don't need the rat race, which is why they don't want you to heal. So once you get to this point, you realize that it's your identity versus society. That's the big reveal at the end of your healing journey is you realize it is society versus your identity, which is why you're so broken, which is why you're so wounded, which is why your subconscious mind is so out of control, is because the goal is to completely diminish and destroy your identity so that you will obey and cultivate their rat race. So once you heal and you recover your identity, the first thing you realize is, I don't need the rat race. And then you step out of it. Now, this weakens the rat race, and they don't like that. So this is where the healing garden steps in. And it's an understanding that there are three life titans. And when you cultivate and you manage your three life titans, you activate them and you keep them in a balance and an alignment. It opens up the door to a lot of different things. So that is what the healing garden's purpose is. It is to serve the people by teaching you on a very basic day-to-day level how to get your three life titans into alignment, balance, and keep them there. Okay. And we do this through logic, conscious awareness, education, information, deductive reasoning. Okay. And then there is another part, which is where I deal with light work. It's where I work only with healers. And it's where these healers usually have a mission, a destination, or a calling to reach the fourth and fifth dimensions. And that's something special that I work on just for people who identify themselves as light workers or who are looking to seek their third eye, their awakening, enlightenment. There's a lot of different things that that's called. Um, if you are interested, the best way to reach out to me is to subscribe to my newsletter or comment below on this, and I will direct you to my elite club of light workers. It is not your traditional light workers. You could be part of a light worker group and be part of the healing garden. What the healing garden does is we don't just unite and inspire. That's what you see a lot of light workers do, where you go into a group and they just give you information. This is it. And you go, oh, that makes sense. We don't do that in the healing garden. If you found a path and you were working on your light work with somebody, great. That's not what we do at the healing garden. At the healing garden, I teach you how to use triadic healing to heal yourself and then to heal others. It's certification that allows you to comprehend the full expanse of what I'm doing here, what we're doing, and how you can use it as your own light work to help others to heal and to get them through this process. It is very, very compatible with literally any other kind of healing you can think of. If you're a Reiki healer and you double it with and you compound it with triadic healing, it's powerful. If you are into the Silva Mind method and then you couple it with or compound it with the triadic healing, it's an enhancer. That is what the healing garden is. It's a modifier to everything you're already doing. It is not, it can stand alone, but it also is literally a modifier that compounds with other healing practices. So if you're already in therapy, add the healing garden. If you're already doing your own light work, add the healing garden. And you don't have to like switch sides. You just, it's the missing link. It's that element that gives you a full direction, a full theory, a full, this is what's going on with your subconscious mind. So if you are a light worker, if you are on that road, I have an entire club just for light work. There is an application process. I do not take just everybody. There are qualifications you have to meet in order to be one of my light workers. But I am working on putting that together. That is one of my projects this week. The third is Operation Imagination, which is my global system and societal mission to literally cultivate world peace. I have a plan. I know how to do it. And I've laid all of this out on my website under Operation Imagination. Basically, I have a round table. It is $15,000 per year per person. That $15,000 does two things. First, it gets you a seat at the round table. You get one vote. The second thing is that $15,000, 100% of it goes towards whatever humanitarian mission we vote on. So all of the members, all of that money gets accumulated and pooled together and then placed with our treasurer. And then we all sit down once a year. June of 2024 is when we will be doing this next year. And we are going to vote on hunger or education, homelessness. We're going to focus on a humanitarian point. And when you apply for membership, when you pay, once you're approved and you pay the $15,000, you get to propose what you want your funds to go toward, what you want to vote on. And then when it all comes in, you're literally casting your vote at the time that you apply. Hey, I want this to go to homelessness. I want this to go to cancer research. I want this to go to. And then on June 24th, June 2024, I sit down and I accumulate all of this data, all of this information, and whatever majority votes, that is where all of the funding goes toward, all of it. We will have a meeting in New York City, and we're all going to sit around, we're all going to discuss it, and it's all going to go toward that cause. And over the year, it's going to track what's on the ballot, what's being proposed. And then whatever money has been accumulated goes towards that cause. Now, if it doesn't, it's not going to go toward a charity. And this is something you must understand. It's not going to be donated to a charity that already exists. What's going to happen is it's going to basically go toward an event or a program that the Healing Garden that I will be managing with my team, and we are going to be accumulating and hosting an event to get the stuff actually done, to put it into action, to get this stuff out there so that we're either going to be building homes, halfway homes for women and children who need a safe place to go. We're going to be addressing the homelessness issue, and we're going to be utilizing our own system to do so. And there's a lot of other things that my team has put together that we've accumulated, but that's some of it. So that's Operation Imagination. So when you step into the Healing Garden, you have 3 options. You can come here as a light worker. You can come here interested in the philanthropist side of it for world peace. And you can also come in as just a person for your own personal healing. But understand that this is a massive system. The whole Healing Garden is a massive system to a much bigger problem. It is not just, I'm going to be your therapist and we're going to talk about your relationships. I am not interested at all in that kind of approach. That is not me. If I wanted that, I would have gone to college, I would have gotten a degree, and I would have been one more cog in their machine to do their shit. I don't do that. That's not my goal. I am not looking to save 5 people. I am not looking to, on my deathbed, count up and go, oh, look at that. I saved 5,000 people. I'm thinking bigger. I'm thinking the system needs to change, and I know how to do it. And I want to take the system from here and I want to shift it over here. I'm thinking I want to save 8 billion people. That is my mission. So people coming to me asking for one-on-one consultations, I don't do that. I want to go bigger. I have 8 billion people I'm thinking about, not just you. So that's something that really, I think that's been the biggest misconception with the Healing Garden is people are coming in and they're thinking small. And they are. They're thinking small. They're thinking of their problems. And I'm thinking world peace. I'm thinking humanitarian. I'm thinking philanthropist. I'm thinking, okay, we need to take this and get it into schools, and we need to get this into therapy offices, and I need to sit down with NIM and propose what I've created here and get the research funded with my own Healing Garden so I can basically patent this and get this out the door because it cures mental illness. So, and yeah, it's a bold statement. And over the last year, my research has checked out. So I have a mission and a big one. I'm very ambitious and I have the execution, the logic, and the plan to get through with this. So I'm really excited about this. But getting all of these beautiful people now who are on my ship on the same page with me is pretty much my goal this week, is to basically say, okay, guys, now that I have an established community, you need to know what I'm really doing here. This is not one-on-one therapy for your problems. This is bigger. This is much, much bigger. I am wanting to save 8 billion people, not 5. So I don't take DMs. I don't take messages. I don't work with you one-on-one because my goal is world peace. My goal is a DIY online course that touches as many people as possible. It is do it yourself for a reason, because you have to be self-motivated, because I'm not going to be holding your hand, because I have a much bigger goal in mind. So I'm going to have my podcasts. I'm going to be pushing that information out to help your conscious awareness as a group. I'm going to have my group sessions once a month only. And I'm going to be calling as many of you people in as I possibly can to say, hey, if you need the one-on-one, I have 25 positions only available every month. I only take 25 people every month. The class starts tomorrow. It's $200. It's marked down this month. Next month, we're going to focus on goddess training, building confidence, and it's going to focus on women. The month after that, I don't remember. I don't have it in front of me, but it's all in my catalog. If you go to annashealinggarden.org, you can see my itinerary for the next 6 months. I don't do a class in September. I do not do a class in September. That being said, that covers pretty much everything. So I have the podcasts to help cultivate conscious awareness. So if you need to get your conscious awareness up, if you need to understand what's going on, if you need to basically become educated as to how this whole system works, the podcasts are the best thing for you. Shifting perspectives. I have the Witch's Corner. Witch's Corner is for my light workers. If you are a light worker, head on over to the Witch's Corner. If you are into identity cultivating and learning about the subconscious mind, I have the subconscious dialogues and shifting perspectives for you. One of them taps into my acting, theatrical skills, or not, lack of skills, whichever you want to call it. And the other one very seriously looks more in a philosophical, theoretical point of view into the psychological work I'm doing. Psych Soup is a playlist that focuses specifically on my research. So the stuff inside Psych Soup is just exploratory dialogue. It's the information and the theories that I'm running through that I'm working on right now. My blog on my website is called, what is my blog on my website? It's called Exploratory Dialogues. And that is a hodgepodge of whatever mood hits me. It's really just, it's when I want to write instead of do podcasts, which isn't very often. I've been pulling a lot away from the writing lately because I'm not sure why. And then I have my courses if you need subconscious discipline. If you need any kind of work, shadow work done, that's all subconscious discipline. And that's located on my website, anna'shealinggarden.org, under Design Your Journey. That will allow you to do hands-on, get right into what you need to do so you can start disciplining your subconscious mind, because your subconscious mind, I think I'm going to do like a whole little introduction to the subconscious mind and get you started with that. Because once you understand more about what the subconscious mind is, you can. I also have some conspiracy theories happening, which are my own political. I don't do politics. I hate being identified as anything political. I don't like it. It's not me. I'm on the outside of politics. I'm very much on the outside of politics. So I do not identify with any of the political parties at all. But I do have my own conspiracy theories. And that is brought up a lot in Witch's Corner. And that's kind of random and wherever. So I do have my conspiracy theory. I do have my light work. I do have my very logical, let's sit down and dissect the psychology of perspective, or the psychology of the subconscious mind and what it's doing. I do have that. I also have just my fun, casual stuff that I do. I do courses. My podcast, my YouTube channel is 100% geared toward raising your conscious awareness, getting you involved, getting you on the same page of, look, if you want instant gratification, this is not for you. Instant gratification absolutely is a self-destructive concept that we glorify in our society. Stop looking for instant gratification. Stop doing it, because it is absolutely self-destructive. If you are here for instant gratification, please get out. Either abandon it at the door or get out. Like, instant gratification does not exist here. And if you cannot overcome that, well, that's your subconscious mind, and that's your lack of subconscious discipline. So if you need courses on instant gratification, actually, yeah, I'm going to do that. So I will be actually providing courses on how to overcome instant gratification, because I know exactly, that's an easy overcoming instant gratification. So I'll be covering that as well. My sources are YouTube, my podcast, and Facebook, and that's really all I am. And then my catalog is my website. So everything you need to know about my website, everything you need to know about me, what classes I offer, what's events, what's are coming up, just my website. My website is a great source for that. And then this week, I am going to be opening up the taboo department when it comes to, I'm very excited about this. I'm going to be looking into the psychology of sex. I'm going to be looking into the nonconformist lifestyles, such as polyamory, kink, BDSM. What else is there? LGBTQ. Anything that's not conformist, anything that's a nonconformist lifestyle, I'm going to be digging into the psychology of that and basically doing a massive, this is what it looks like, this is what it is, this is how to balance it and align it with your identity. Because I'm going to be blunt, most of us have a nonconformist lifestyle embedded into our identity, which is why society said you're not allowed, is because there is this big, beautiful, fey-touched concept embedded into the identity, where we all have these dark fantasies, these taboo things that we think about and dream about. and it's all crammed into our identity. And the very first thing that happens between the ages of birth and 8 years old is that part of us, we very quickly instinctively realize, oh, that's not going to be welcomed here. So we shove it down and suppress it. And then we, through religion and culture and tradition, are conditioned to think that nonconformity, sexuality, and lifestyles are somehow these evil things that we should be ashamed of. And that is really what you are up against when you start digging out your identity, is you start to realize that it's society versus your nonconformist fantasy lifestyle. And they don't like this. Now, there are some very gorgeous, beautiful people in the world that I refer to as the Fae touched. The Fae touched are the people who have stepped up, who have taken the front lines, who have said, I don't give a shit what society says, I'm going to embrace the self. And that is your very visible, very out in the open LGBTQ community. That is your very out in the open transgender people. Your very out in the open polyamory people, kinks and BDSMs. These are the people who have no problems saying, fuck you, society, I'm going to embrace myself. So I'm going to be digging into that this week, which is like one of my favorite topics. So, and this is where a lot of people either get really excited and they jump in, or they get really, really terrified and they run off. Because that is exactly your subconscious mind going, oh my God, full system failure, shut down. We can't have this. And that subconscious mind is going to hit that defense button and shit's going to hit the fan in your subconscious mind, because that's what it does. So we're going to be digging that out this week. We're going to be cultivating more and just kind of building it up and stacking it up. And then I have Easter eggs that I have thrown all over because I've been doing this for over 30 years. So I have information just all over the place. And then, yeah, that's about it. I'm also going to be working on bucket lists for your, oh, that's the other thing, is on the Facebook page, I brought it all together. And the program that I've been doing for months now, meditation for beginners, the gratitude journals, the I am exercises, all of those were fully intended, like 100% on purpose walkthroughs to get you into the habit of doing daily gratitude journals, of doing daily all of this shit. And now I'm bringing it all together under one carousel, a daily self-care regimen to walk you through this. Today, I'm going to be introducing bucket lists to this. And the bucket list is basically activating your imagination, your creativity, and your dream center, your envisioning of the future that you want. And that's what bucket lists are for. So if you don't have a bucket list, get one. We're going to start, because that is such a huge channel right into your identity. You're going to need that. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. I think that's all the announcements and the news for today. I have been very, very, very neglectful of my newsletter. I don't know why. There's like this thing in my brain that's going, yeah, you just don't like doing newsletters. Okay, identity. Why don't I like doing newsletters? Because they're tedious. That is true. Yeah, that is true. They are tedious. Is there a way I should get around them? Identity. And identity gets to call the shots. Identity is the one who's really in charge. Identity does not like doing newsletters because they are boring. So we don't do newsletters. We say we're going to do newsletters because conscious awareness says, identity, these are really good marketing tools. And identity goes, no, I don't like them. That is not what I'm like at all. Identity. Look, if you want to use them, it's perfectly okay to use them every now and then for like a really big announcement. But other than that, I don't want them. They're work. Yes, newsletters are work. I agree. So maybe instead of me trying to force identity to do a newsletter, I'm going to listen to what she says and say she's the boss. So we're not going to do newsletters every day, apparently, even though I, conscious awareness, want to. She's the one who counts. So subscribe to my newsletter, but don't expect to hear from me because I'm still trying to figure the newsletter out. I still got to negotiate I got to figure out a way to make them fun for her. Haha. See, there you go. I need to figure out a way to make them fun for my identity, which is why we haven't done them yet, is because they're work and they're not fun. So I have to figure out a way to make them fun. I have some ideas already brewing. So yeah, all right. So I'm gonna make a way for for my newsletter to be fun for me, fun for her, fun for you, and fun for everybody. Um, yeah, I think that's it. Yep, that is it. I might be hopping on over to Witch's Corner here soon. But aside from that, I need to really yeah, I'm definitely going to, because I know me. I'm going to go to the ethereal plane and I'm going to ground myself in the ethereal plane for my day. And then I'm going to have a whole bunch of really amazing ideas. And then I'm going to like be inspired to just rattle on some of my visions again when I'm up in the ethereal plane. So I will probably be catching you later on the Witch's Corner. Thank you so much for joining me. And subscribe to my channel. Take a look over on my Facebook page. I've included all the links and all of the information in this comment below. Like seriously, of all the comments and all the garbage that I post on all of my podcasts, read this one. This one really breaks down the big picture of the three triadic parts of the healing garden. Triadic Healing, copyright Angela B. Chrysler. Get it in your head, because this is what I'm doing. So thank you so much for joining me, and may the kindest of words always find you.